major.
That's the absolute bird. Here we go, map 1.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. You know, you get top 3, but you still need the big wins. That's just kind
Ultra,
of the
first in.
If you look at the losses there, I think the big thing is that LA Thieves
Okay,
win.
3.
LA Thieves 3 on Sunday.
The tears combining for all 4. And that's the pimp.
They can beat some of the best, but can they do it consistently?
Yeah.
Because right after that, like, you would just love to beat Thieves and then
you didn't have any?
play a Surge right away who lost.
I wouldn't have been eating them.
Be able to beat them, but Surge is really good.
To be fair, you said our first series today, you thought the most impressive thing probably for Surge was the fact
Okay,
that you
3
lost
dead.
Oh, yeah.
And they flip them. FaZe off to a hot start.
So yeah, it was an opening for Ultra, and they didn't take advantage of it.
FaZe 3-0.
I just blinked. We were talking, and he's 6-0.
Yeah, okay, that's Chris Lear. Thanks.
Fuck.
By the way,
Yo, I need Chris Lair perma mic'd up for like a documentary series. What the fuck? That was bizarre.
He starts out, he's on 7. The rest of his team combined for 4. Nice little early lead here for Atlanta FaZe. They've got
No, get him away from
next. And this is one they also, I guess, want to work on a bit in the sense. I mean, think about the major, right? Like,
look at number 4 though. Number 4 through front ammo. He's gonna find one. Do they flip the spawns? Yep, they flip them out.
They have to veto that in the grand final, right? Like,
Do they get the secondary spawn? Where do they spawn? No, they're spawning out.
Yeah, they're just doing what FaZe does. Just trying to build out map pools, fix some simple gameplay mistakes so that, okay, when we have a best of 7 or if we have to adjust some vetoes, we have every map that we need.
Yeah, we have our full
Okay,
toolkit,
good
full
holds from
arsenal,
Toronto. Here they go.
Whatever you want to call it, but a guy that was insane.
Yeah, JoeDeceives off to a slow start. You need that kid going ballistic against FaZe.
He is truly.
Whoa.
Nice shots, Benjamin.
On the other side of it, a guy that a great tournament is Beans, who's able to pick his head off, and they bring it back. Looking for a lead change here with a nice
what's JoeDeceives right now? 3 and 5?
At 2, and now we'll focus on 3 to 4.
Yeah, and I remember talking to like Habizi like pre-major
he might wake up.
1, pre-major 2, and he's always talked about like I mean, he's had a lot of respect for this.
FaZe do have this side of the map though. Simp wins a big one.
They've always played them
One spawns
tough,
out.
so,
Okay, that kill's actually gonna spawn them at new.
Don't be surprised maybe with
Nope. Wait, what the fuck? No, one blocks it. They're already FaZe is already spawning out.
No, Crowder said the same thing. He's like, we either destroy them or they destroy us.
Kill this kid.
It's real back and forth. Like Ultra, it's kind of how we feel about Ultra a lot of their matches. Like they're either 3-0ing or getting 3-0s. Draws it though. He chains together too, and the fight for arc control.
Oh, he dies. Wait, but one spawns in the back. It's Beans.
So Beans is going to spawn in.
3
They're going to
dead.
be ready to pick that up. So it's control that side for Toronto Ultra. Hardpoint will be white for now. JoeDeceives trying to continue in his form because he has been
here he is.
disgusting. Seems like he's just really, I don't know, getting comfortable as a player, and it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, I think like last year.
Yeah, they're blocking spawns too. This is the green light right here.
It just depends on the situation, bro.
Wait.
To 10
One just spawned in the back
in
at
the
noon.
map, but it just feels like he's just.
But wait,
I know what
there's
I need
more.
To do, what's important, I can
And
sort of just play my game.
Wait, did they spawn there though? You want spawn side
Appreciate you,
door?
Zachary. Thank you, brother.
These are big wins. That's a huge win from Jamie.
Being a straight
Good nade.
P4 is up.
Okay, Ultra here.
Oh,
Wow. Ultra disgusting stretch from Toronto Ultra. They have been dominant over the last 90 seconds or so, and they're trying to build this lead. Spawning out Narnia, his face, as they try to battle back through. You win 1 there, but you still have a ways to go to the hard point. This is going to be like 20, just free seconds.
Can they get info on Simp too? Oh, he reach outs.
Yeah, Draws is actually a dumbass, dude.
So far, still enough bodies around the point to hold here for Ultra. Celium's double.
Whenever like he wins an event and teams are making changes, he's always tweets, "What have I done?" He's out of his mind.
What is his movements? Absurd. He's like
he's still alive. There we go.
4 dead. Yo, Toronto's here to play, man.
Damn. Some time.
It looked insane, though.
That bell fiber.
He was going to clean it up somehow. He died.
Say that.
Yeah, that Celium doing that, but it doesn't really matter because after first rotation, you win the P3 and P4. You're up 60,
and you had 25 or so through the P1 for FaZe. But Sim starts out 6-0, and then
3 dead again. Gonna start soaking this P1.
Clinics also has the Hellstorm to use, so a little more utility if they need a break or just need some map control.
And this could be a big
Jamie.
one win for Ultra. Remember,
look how much pressure he's pulling. Oh my god!
To win, I think you're 3-3 if you're Ultra.
That was so cracked. The camera couldn't even follow that shit.
You get no better. Win here, yeah. You're able to go up 2-0. You got a real good chance of winning this series. JoeDeceives, though, trying to chain 3 together, but he gets 2, damage into another to set his teammates up, and once again, control and position for Ultra. Because you've got a P2 shortly popping, and once again flipped out on the poor spawn is going to be Atlanta FaZe. Thankfully for them, though, they've got a little time to break on through, and maybe flip it back
13
into
seconds
their
left on
favor.
this.
They found the kills and look to be doing just that. The art spawn
Okay.
comes in for Kleenex.
FaZe
You
full
blink your
flip.
eyes, FaZe now set up
Opportunity.
the
They're
round.
probably going to
That
invest.
was
They're going to
an
invest the
opportunity
streak
to,
here.
shut the door. Like,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
early as this was there for Ultra. I mean, if they had a clean P2, but yeah,
Wait,
20
Kleenex
seconds
dies,
left,
so we
you
can't
have
call it in
them
yet.
all the way out. You want to take advantage of it. They do not.
Ooh.
That was such a great play by the entire FaZe team. They just fly.
Here it comes.
But, I talked about the Hellstorm. You're going to be called in early here for Kleenex.
Does it provide an opening? Able to hit and take out Cell.
Finds
Draws his
one. They
double
get some
though.
info.
Will it be
2 for
big enough
2.
to hold
Joe
on?
Deceives.
Damn,
Get a third.
JoeDeceives,
Nearly
man.
takes
What
out JoeDeceives
a
as well,
season
but
this guy's having.
JoeDeceives now talks
Oh!
about a pistol, just buying some time, getting back to full, and now
This
getting
kid's
into
actually
the point.
gross.
Kleenex then does it from the other side, and it's
This is
another
perfect from
P2
Ultra
break.
too, keeping
And we
FaZe
think
pinned in the
about
back.
really the start of the run for Ultra was the P2 break in the first set that really set them up over the course of that first set of rotations, and they're doing it again.
Yeah, but that's just another little look at it, right, with Joe. I mean, just buys time.
It's a big
knows where they're
16.
spawning, Gets his health. He doesn't even full
This
regen,
kid's
but gets it pretty darn
Terminator.
close. Then hits the slide shot with the pistol.
6 gets through,
You know,
though.
Maybe in the past he just
Who is that, a
goes
Beezy?
for the highlight play instead.
Yeah.
Takes his time, a little bit more patient.
He seems antsy. Or used to seem antsy sometimes.
Great
or a
stun
little
by
frantic.
Kleenex.
Like,
Sub-duo
he's
for
just- he's more
Toronto.
comfortable reading the game a whole lot
Destroying.
better. Things seem to be slowing down for him. It's been real fun to watch as he has had some monumental
Yeah,
series.
don't
He's
take
on
my
20
burrito,
right
by the
now
way.
with a
That's
big
mine.
lead right now for
In the
Ultra.
fridge.
This is
That's
great
not a
P3
burrito, that's a
time
wrap.
for
I
FaZe.
appreciate
They
you,
can
bro.
take time and
Thank
flip.
you, fam.
Another
Was it
opportunity to
fire?
bring this back.
It was good. Someone else.
Did you
I
put the
forgot
sauce
who
in
it was.
there?
You're just
Fuck.
trying to get them out of the point
Good
if you
man.
can if you're Ultra. Don't want to give up a ton of time, and they do a great
Come on,
job
man.
there. That all 4 dead. Now you've got spawns and P3 control.
And
Everything
Craze.
you can
Thank
want
you,
for
bro.
Ultra.
Yeah, Joe's going to get pushed up. They're going to have to worry about him because what do FaZe want to do here? 30 seconds still left on this
30
hill.
seconds left.
They
Kleenex
obviously
picks up the
wanna flip
right.
the map, but they know people are going to be in their face.
2 for 2.
Just trying to trap them in street side, so they
Jesus,
just
bro,
go
this
through
guy.
the hill and they actually flip.
Yeah,
They actually
FaZe
just
flip
push
out
on
here.
through. They're able to get those spawns, so a couple of the ARs able to find some picks that opens up that art side spawn for FaZe.
I mean, it's similar to what they were able to do at the end of the P2.
That issue's an issue.
Close. Nope.
Okay,
able to
so they're
hold
good. But yeah, similar to what they did into the P1 and the P2. Like they needed a push through and break
He's heating up.
and flip in order to give themselves a chance to bring the
All
comeback.
right, FaZe
at least to the
with a
P2.
chance to
Ultra
get back
will
into this.
break
Full
almost
60 on the
immediately.
P4 puts them right
Can't do it
there.
again
He's
here
on
at the
fire.
P4. FaZe this time have a much more ideal setup, and they're able to take advantage of that. So what was a massive lead for Ultra, you're up nearly 100, starting to disappear a bit here. They start to feel the pressure as Cell going on a little bit of a streak.
Yeah, you're just so far. You were spawning so far away when that P4 spawned. Was Ultra. It just allowed all the ARs to come out to get to your spots. Like there was just no early pressure on the hill. Sometimes
Okay.
if you make this P4 like messy early.
Okay, they
that's
find their
always
way
when it's
in.
great, but they
It's a
still
nice
have
20,
chance to
man.
Get 20 seconds there, so you'll take that all day.
Yeah, because Beans pops a triple. Like he had a couple insane gunfight wins there, and that's a big break.
I haven't
not
seen
for
Draza's
swings.
cam
maybe
once.
not as crazy as the P2
Yeah,
was.
right?
Didn't turn it into as much
fuck?
time, but with the mounting comeback for FaZe, it still ends up being pretty crucial.
Or a Beezy.
For FaZe, you're at least back in, I don't know, kind of fighting
50 points.
range, down 50.
Toronto does good to at least
To
get
the
20
D1 we
off
go.
that.
Number 4 on the minimap at Kleenex. He finds an opening through the backside. It gets picked up from Cell, though, after the first kill. So don't let him linger for too long. Spawns then flip out again.
2 for
As we'll see
1.
how long Ultra can maintain
Oh my
P2
lord.
side. Nobody in the point for now. Now
So
Ultra will try to get their
you're
time.
just trying to like, you would love to earn a lot of this
There
time,
he
but
is.
FaZe is just like staying up, waiting for the reinforcements. Beans with locked down catwalk finally has to drop.
Hits him
And,
with a 1 pump.
well, maybe the toughest kill in the game. Selling
This guy's been unreal.
Just gonna wait
Dude,
for the,
wow.
the help to look over him as he
I didn't
regains his
realize
health.
Cell's 26 and 18.
leading the way.
Let's see what a Beezy can do to spawns here. He is able to spawn one up with him. That's going to be
Big win.
draws.
Spawn him
That'll
out.
be Simp
Does
as well,
that
so they're
bad
gonna be
boy,
spawning
a
close.
Beezy.
It's a Beezy. It's able to get through.
Yeah, you
get
know
the
who
kill,
is
get the
he.
spawns, and this has been probably the biggest story for me though so far has been FaZe. Sometimes have had early P2 control, and it's been breaks from Ultra. They're going to have another chance here with an early setup.
Watch
This
number
time,
4.
can they lock it down?
Yeah, Kleenex is here early. Yeah, he's going to need an angle onto Sim. Sim might still spawn, but this is going to allow them to push Cat quickly from Ultra.
Yeah, they'll have a presence near this real fast.
FaZe
30 points
coming
now separating
back.
Draza knocks down the first.
Oh,
Another streak.
three-piece
Last time,
Hellstorm
Kleenex
from
is in breaks. He only gets
Beans.
one.
All 4 of them
Beans
go
able
down.
to get 3.
No,
That's another P2 break. And that's
Scheiße.
the benefit of having streaks. And every time though I think like Ultra might blow this lead up enough that you can't come back. FaZe have done just enough to keep fighting, but Eventually, you're not going to have any fight left. About to eclipse the 200-point mark.
Well, you say that. Well, there's still 25 seconds here.
True,
Yeah,
but still.
FaZe.
Yeah, you
FaZe
thought, like, again,
do
it's a
good.
chance to put 'em away. Joe, those
Get
spawns
back in there.
Big two from
So
Joe.
there's a chance where there's a 30-second swing. We just had it at P4. There was another like 30-second or so swing. Those start to matter as you finally get over 200 points. But yeah, considering the 2 Hellstorm plays,
Joe is one of
you're
us.
still in this. You're happy if you're FaZe.
Yeah, no,
Joe's one
I
of
know
us.
they've had some good plays like on the FaZe side, but
Careful.
it feels
Don't do
like
it, always.
Ultra are just
Really?
like a hair away from a
One of us.
blowout
He pulls
type
it.
map.
Huh?
He pulls it.
Yep.
He does this.
FaZe have just done enough. Now
Is
the
that like
B3 though,
his like tick?
and it's gonna
Nah,
be
it's
all purple
you
on the
wouldn't-
Thieves.
It's a
on
big- it's a
straight
big
from
boy
Thieves.
thing. You
wouldn't know,
Yeah,
bro.
you're still
It's a big
spawning
boy
out
thing. You
left.
gotta-
If you're FaZe,
you gotta
but
pop it
every
out, you
second's
know?
so crucial for Ultra.
I hear
They
you.
can technically win it here.
Next
so
time the
now you gotta
cameraman
hold
walks in,
spawns
just look at me
also
and Mark.
fight towards the hard point. That win for CleanX and allow him to kind of thin the ranks.
Yeah,
It's
they're
a
just
split
chipping
spawn
away
that
at
comes
this,
in
man.
for number 6 in a BZ, so he'll be able to apply pressure to the hard point for the
Nice little
backside.
10 here. Nice little 5
That's why
here.
you just see sort of draws it until just stop as soon as a
3
BZ
dead.
spawn there.
Hold on.
Right, they didn't want to open up
Look
those
at the
hard
spawns for Ultra,
They knew a
too.
BZ should deal with the player on the hill.
Oh, he
That was
doesn't
no
finish him
play.
off?
Inside though, almost
Reach
finds
out.
2 to get his team out of this. So maybe your last chance here for FaZe. You have the spawns that you want, but the difference is there's going to be early pressure here right away. Here's the first break attempt, and a BZ spawns out. So 3 versus 4.
That's about as much as you could hope for if you
2
were
for
FaZe, though, to
2.
get that remaining P3 time and have a chance to
They all
fight for
died.
spawns. But
FaZe
yes,
gets
everyone
spawns
does.
in the
One
back, though, and a
person
BZ
spawning
on the
back, though.
pinch,
It's gonna be
'cause he
draws,
spawns
and
out,
BZ
gets
gets a
2.
play, or is a BZ able to get 2? Draws with
Finally
the big
got there.
one-on-one. You still have a front door presence here from CleanX. The stun's gonna hit and slow
3
down
dead.
as they try to get on forward. FaZe still battling from the point. Now Sim's turn to try and go
Ooh, big
nuts.
trade.
Can't finish it off, but his duo and a BZ able to do just that.
Yeah. FaZe will hold spawns. They're just going to
Still
attack
down
spam this
about
far
40,
right lane.
30 remaining on this, and again, just every tick here for Ultra is so
Big trades.
big.
They
as
could win
win
it
the
here.
fight of the objective.
Yeah,
They've
FaZe
just
spawns
always
out.
had a
Yep, the
couple
pimp's
more
last
players
up.
here.
He's got to make a play
Does
here. He's
Ultra.
going side door with his
Sim's gonna have
teammates.
to go. Slides on in, able to find the first AR in his hands, immediately traded. Trying to do what they can, at least get it to one more.
This guy's
hard
weak
point,
still.
couple of more
Chows him.
seconds. Well,
They
now
still
it's
win
just
off this.
one.
They got to contest. Okay, that should push us to a
He's still out.
P1.
We're gonna get to a P1.
Doesn't finish the kill, but he can test along enough. And yeah, you're gonna need what? 3
3
for the
seconds, though.
victory.
That is so
One break from
dangerous.
Ultra, and this one is done.
It's done
They're
now.
inside.
Yep.
They're getting the
2,
seconds. There's the
1,
final
Ultra. Zinni calls it map 1.
victory. Some great
Ultra map
sliding
1.
setups.
And that boy JoeDeceives does not slow down. Crazy at Major 2. First
player in the
map of
world.
the online split doing his thing, man. Just such a fun player to watch.
Kid's the best player in the world.
He is actually nuts.
He's up there.
He's nuts.
He's up there.
But he's up there for sure.
He can go toe-to-toe with any of them, that's for sure.
Yep.
Map 1, Ultra, despite the last 2 P4s, they make them both scrappy. They get in, keep it a close game.
Either, and then the final.
Let's get it.